Have you ever sat down to play your favorite game, or any game for that matter, only to feel nothing? It seemed like as kids or young adults, we could sit down and play any game and have a good time. But now, burnout gets thrown around a lot. No, not the game, the term gaming burnout. Gaming burnout is not uncommon, especially today with so many games demanding more of our time and energy. But here's the thing, it's all a big sham. That's right, gaming burnout is not real.
What do you mean gaming burnout isn't real? I would know. I don't have a job. That's all I do is play games all day.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but you've been deceived, bamboozled even, and I'll prove it to you. The term gaming burnout is almost always associated with work, school, or even relationships. But somewhere along the way, someone decided to start using it for gaming like it was a relationship.
No, it's not you, it's me.
Generally, when you hear the term gaming burnout, it's when you push yourself to the point where gaming becomes a chore instead of a joy, which we will talk about later. Some common signs of gaming burnout include feeling frustrated or impatient when playing. Alright, little loading screen here, okay. Oh, another one. Alright, that's okay. Oh, another one. Oh, okay. Oh, Resident Evil. You're not very slick here. Difficulty enjoying games that you once loved. Oh boy, I can't wait for another playthrough of Sonic Heroes. Gotta be. Oh, no. What the frick? Maybe forcing yourself to play just to keep up with your friends. Or even avoiding gaming altogether because it feels like it's just so much. Alright, just finished Dark Souls, so can't wait to pick it back up later. But for now, I'm gonna play, Nope, not doing it. Does that sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. It's more common than you might think. In fact, it doesn't take more than a quick Google search to find dozens of Twitch streamers, esports players, and other YouTubers like myself that have struggled with gaming burnout. So, this isn't burnout I'm feeling. Okay, well, why am I feeling this way? Well, it could be a number of reasons, so let's break it down. It could be excessive playtime. After all, gaming is immersive. It's easy to lose track of time, especially when you and the guys are grinding after those dubs.
Alright, fellas. Just got my headset and my controller ready, got my drinks and snacks. Who's ready for some dubs all night on Fortnite?
12 o'clock midnight.
But too much of anything can lead to fatigue. Your mind and body need breaks to recharge. It could be the pressure to perform. This is most common among the esports players, but can still happen to anyone who takes pride in playing competitive games with others. Ranked matches, climbing leaderboards, or staying competitive in esports can turn gaming into a source of stress. The constant need to improve can feel overwhelming. And what makes it worse is that this is not the only area of life that gamers could feel the pressure to perform after all. It could be the lack of variety. Playing the same game or same genre for too long can get repetitive for anyone. The excitement fades and the gaming becomes predictable. Sure, a series may be great, and it could even be your favorite, but eventually even shooting hordes of zombies over and over and over again will be just about as exciting as watching someone else watch golf. Alright, just finished Resident Evil, so can't wait to pick a new one out. Let's see what we got. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4... okay, oh, we got Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 7, There's also external stressors to think about. Stress from work, school, or relationships can spill into gaming. Instead of being a way to relax, it becomes another source of frustration and you just can't escape those thoughts in your head. You just know when you're experiencing this kind of burnout.
Yes, I heard, Mom. I heard about Uncle Charles' cat Sniffles dying last week. I'm just trying to play SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
And finally, there's the dopamine loop. This one's a little bit different, but here's the science behind it. Games are designed to stimulate our brains with dopamine, the feel-good chemical, right? Well, that's great and all, but over time, we need more and more stimulation to feel the same level of excitement. And that's when gaming starts to feel a little dull. By understanding these causes, we're one step closer to avoiding that gross, icky feeling we've been labeling as burnout. Like I said in the intro of the video, you may not be enjoying a certain game anymore, or any game for that matter, but you aren't burnt out. Nope, My friend, you are just bored.
Well, that doesn't make my emotions sound anywhere near as complex.
Unless, that is, you are someone getting paid to play video games like a big YouTuber or esports athlete, then you can say you're experiencing burnout. If you haven't caught on by now, unless your living and financial stability depends on you actually playing those games, you're not really experiencing true burnout, and that's okay. People get bored with video games all the time, especially myself.
Have you ever tried an RPG?
Much like we already talked about, sometimes games are too long, sometimes they're too hard, and sometimes they're just straight up not that fun. I think someone a while back just started playing video games all the time, and one day said to themselves, "Man, I think I'm getting bored. But no, wait, that's not complex enough. No, my feelings are more valid. I think I'm burnt out." But to quote the kids these days, it's not that deep, bro. Burnout is a term that should be saved for the feeling when you're working a dead-end job for years and you just want out, but you feel like you have no options. Or maybe you're in a relationship that you truly cherish, but has run its course.
Look, honey, we've been together about 300 hours now. We're out of the honeymoon phase.
When we use the term burnout for gaming, it kinda just sounds silly. Like it's a hobby. You don't have to game at all. It's just for fun. When you use it like that, it's disregarding the definition completely just to water it down to fit your usage of it. I gotta be honest, I've never heard any of my friends say, "Man, I'm just really experiencing painting burnout," or photography burnout, or music burnout. I can honestly say I've definitely never heard my wife saying she's having reading burnout. Why? Well, they're just hobbies. Like I said, I think when people say gaming burnout, it's just to make it sound like they're going through some midlife crisis and lost their identity. Or it's an excuse to talk about how modern gaming sucks and it's going to a dark place and how retro gaming will save us or something, I don't know. If you're bored, just take a break and just say you're bored. So now that you know the causes of your boredom and that it's not really burnout, let's talk about solutions on how to avoid this midlife crisis for you gamers out there. Try setting healthy time limits. Balance is everything. Instead of gaming for hours and hours on end, set time limits. Contrary to what the memes will tell you, a 1 or 2 hour gaming session followed by a short break is completely okay, and it can do wonders for your focus and enjoyment.
1 hour into Red Dead 2. Can't wait for hour 2 next week. At this rate, I'll finish the game in probably still before GTA 6 comes out.
Try diversifying your games. Switch it up. If you're feeling stuck in one game, try something new. A different game, or even a different genre completely, can help the pacing and offer your brain new puzzles and strategies to ponder. Oh, there better not be anything. Oh my god, anything else in this, please, anything else. Oh my gosh, this is so much worse. Think back to why you started gaming in the first place. Was it for fun, adventure, social connection? Focus on those aspects instead of getting caught up in grinding or competing just for competition's sake. Always avoid toxic environments. Gaming communities can be great, but they can also be toxic. If you're in a space that's negative or stressful, take a step back and find healthier spaces to enjoy your games. Feel like the COD lobbies are too rough? The Pokemon fanbase can be equally as toxic. And finally, try practicing mindfulness. What the flip is mindfulness? Well, are you feeling overwhelmed? Then you should try mindfulness. Sure, the game you're playing might not be the most fun, but there's other games to play, and it could be worse. You could be at work, you could be in the hospital, or you could be dead. Remember, even a bad day gaming is better than a good day at work.
That sounds like a t-shirt my grandma would buy me.
But most of all, remember, gaming is meant to be enjoyable, not a source of pressure. While gaming burnout may not be real, what is real are bad video games, and even getting bored with good ones every now and then. By understanding why it happens and taking small, intentional steps, you can rediscover the joy in gaming. What about you? What are your thoughts on gaming burnout? Share your story in the comments, and I'd love to hear how you've handled it. You're also more than welcome to join my community Discord to talk gaming. Link is in the description. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, then don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss future videos. I'd like to give a special shout out to Yusef, who became my very first Patreon of the channel, and if you'd like to support the channel or get even more gaming content, then consider checking out my Patreon. That link is in the description as well. And now you know about burnout, but maybe burnout isn't the reason that you can't finish your games and knock out your backlog. Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Check out this video on screen. Thanks guys.